Today, what we're going to be exploring is cleaning our slate for love. I know for me, sometimes I'm bringing my baggage into relationships. I'm coming from a place of fear. I don't want to be hurt. So maybe I get really big and powerful, or maybe I run away, go into avoidance, um, freezing up, crying, or just handing the other person all of my power. Like you can just have all of the power because I'm not sure what's going to happen next. And I'm afraid. I'm coming from that place of fear. So therefore, I just give it all away. I give up my power to you. Who can relate to that? Anyone besides me? You've probably heard the fight, flight, freeze, appease response. And that when we're feeling like we don't belong, when we're feeling judged, when we're feeling othered, when we're feeling abandoned, we tend to go down into the base of the brain, which is a strong desire for safety. If we're a little higher than that, usually the safety area means that words aren't even coming. We kind of lock up or we're combative. But when we move up one level in the brain into the limbic system, then all we want is connection. I just need to connect. We may not be consciously aware of that, but we shift from only needing safety to only needing connection. And then we move up into the frontal lobe, which is when we can seek to understand, when we can seek to, we want to gain knowledge or we want to solve problems. So I'm trusting that that's landing for everyone here. If you're just popping in, my name is Andrea Luzon, Legacy Liberator. My company is Awakening Freedom Within. And I feel called after not living in my freedom for almost 10 years, I started really doing a lot of deep dive work with exploring my shadow, exploring my misinterpretations of who I am, how amazing I am, how powerful I am. And now I want to bring all of that learning out into the world so that more of us can feel really ignited and powerful in who we are. So coming from a place of love, coming from a place of joy, really from that well is so full that we trust more, trust ourselves more, we trust people out in the world more, we trust the concept of love, we believe that we're going to be safe when we take risks. So that's really, I believe, a shift that a lot of us on the planet are resisting, that we haven't really been willing to fully trust and fully love and step out of the fear and really live our best life, really take risks to live the legacy that our soul or the universe is calling us to live. That's really what I'm here for. That's what I believe in. I'd love for everyone to get settled in and begin to notice your breath. If you feel safe and if you're not driving, this is a great time to close that outer eye, close the eyelid, and begin to open up your inner eye. Begin to scan your body, looking for any tight spots, looking for any places you've been withholding. We're beginning to notice the breath, scanning our body for places that we might feel any tension, any place in our whole sphere where we might be withholding our power, withholding our love, withholding our passion. What are you pretending not to know? Is there a stuckness that's asking you to notice it today? This is the safe space to do that, to explore that. And I like to put one hand on my heart. That feels really good for me as I'm exploring my body. Just being gentle with myself. Notice what you are noticing. While you're scanning your body, while you're noticing any withholding, also if the mind begins to drift, come back to the breath. Come back to simply breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Now, let these words be your own and simply follow my voice. I feel my face relaxing. Feel my jaw loosening. I feel the tension leaking out around my forehead, my eyes, along my hairline. Any tension is simply dripping off of me right now. Muscles are smoothing down my back. My shoulders are lowering. I feel the tension leaving my back. Any places of tightness are starting to feel more smooth. I'm here, I'm fully present in this moment. There's nowhere else for me to be right now than right here. This moment is enough. I am enough. This sitting here, this standing here, this lying here, wherever my body is positioned right now is enough. Allow yourself to breathe in deeply on your next inhale, filling up, expanding. On your out breath, maybe flutter your lips. Maybe moan. Let something drip off of you. This may be the moment to let your hands hang at your sides. Allow yourself to have a little shimmy in the hips or the chest. Just let your body melt a little bit. Relax. I am fully present to this moment. This moment is enough. Allow your gaze to keep moving around inside of your body, inside of your mind. And what we're looking for right now is a thought, possibly even a belief that you might hold about love. What do I believe about love? Some thoughts bubbling up for me right now is love is everyone. Love is everywhere. It feels really good. So perhaps you can ground into a thought like that about love. Something uplifting, something that serves you. Something that helps you show up in relationship with yourself and with others. So breathe that in. If you found a good thought to believe about love, inhale that into every cell of your body. And since today we are cleaning our slate for love, I invite you to look around inside and see if there are any thoughts about love that are not serving you. Maybe you witnessed someone in your life not showing up the way that you imagine someone would show up in the name of love. Maybe you've experienced some of that in your history. Some events that damaged your relationship with love. Maybe you have a belief around your worthiness or your lovability. A large part of my journey is a deep, old belief that I'm not lovable. And I've gotten to spend a lot of time with that limiting belief. Allow yourself to land on a thought that you have about love that might possibly be holding you back. And now allow yourself to simply listen to that thought. We're going to give ourselves just a couple of minutes to allow anything that's coming forward around that harmful thought simply to witness. This is our sacred witnessing practice for today. We're simply going to witness the thought, spend time with the source of the thought. Does that source have a message for you? Are there any feelings that want your attention around this thought? And now we will go into the silence and simply be a sacred witness to whatever aspect of you might be holding a thought that's not serving you around love. Sometimes it helps to place your hand anywhere on your body that might feel tension or pressure or pain. Just allow yourself to be with that. To support this thought, to support the aspect that might be believing this thought, I invite you to place your right hand under your left armpit, right on your bra line for us ladies, on your rib cage. And take your right hand, or your left hand, I'm sorry, place it anywhere between your neck, your shoulder, and your bicep, tricep area. This is a somatic healing tool that supports us in supporting ourselves and being fully present if there's any discomfort when you're wanting to regulate your emotions. You want to caress an area of your body. I know for me, I felt some emotions coming up. I got to sit with that part of me that has some attachment to the concept of unlovability. When I'm authentically me, that I am not lovable. That aspect of me simply wanted some attention today, and it simply wanted to be held. That's why we're exploring this somatic movement. Allow yourself to take some deep breaths. You being in this moment. Voice inside me connected to that belief. Just wanted to be heard, wanted to be held and witnessed, and also wanted some reassurance. That voice wanted to hear from adult Andrea, you are lovable, you are whole, you are worthy, you are divinely wise. And there's one more short practice I would love to support you with. You might have heard of dry bathing. Carefully move this microphone. Dry bathing. This comes from the Japanese culture. And what we're going to experience is standing up, your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And you're going to start with one hand on the opposite shoulder. Take a deep breath. Now you're going to cleanse by drawing your body diagonally across, and now your initial hand is on the same hip as that side of the body. Okay, now let that hand relax. Now start with your other hand. Move to the opposite shoulder. Take a nice deep breath. Drag the body, the hand diagonally across the chest, aiming for that other hand. Let that hand relax. So breathing in while you grab the opposite shoulder. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale out while diagonally dragging your hand, matching it. And relax. All right. Cross from one hand, across the body to the opposite shoulder. Deep inhale. Breathing out with some force and some sound while you drag your hand diagonally across your hand. Beautiful. I'm going to do one more set of those two. Start with your hand, opposite shoulder. Deep breath in. Blowing out air. Let that hand relax. Hand to opposite shoulder, deep breath in. Breathing out while you drag your hand diagonally across your body. Blowing out, forcing air out of your lungs. Beautiful. That is step number 1 of dry bathing. Our next step is that you are going to turn your body, turn one shoulder towards the camera, please. You're going to lift up the arm facing the camera. Your opposite hand, you're going to not touch the shoulder. You're going to lift the hand slightly above the shoulder. We're going to take a deep breath. And on this one, when we exhale, we're going to make sort of almost a hissing noise, but it's kind of like when you're going to push the back of your tongue up to the roof of your mouth and kind of make a, almost like hissing, but not quite the Chewbacca in the back of the throat, but the back of the tongue. So breathing in. And now as we exhale, excellent. Now, opposite hand right above the opposite shoulder, breathing in. As you exhale, you're going to drag your hand above the arm. Together. Beautiful. We're going to do 2 more of those. Breathing in, opposite hand above opposite shoulder. Breathing out. Beautiful. Opposite hand, opposite shoulder, just above the skin. Breathing in, and exhaling out and dragging the hand while exhaling with the release. One last set of those. Breathing in, exhaling out. Beautiful. Breathe in again. Excellent. Now, I'm going to do a slightly wider stance, facing the camera, facing me. But with all of that energetic movement that we've explored today, somatic hug, sacred witnessing, and now this dry bathing, it's really important. We're going to start with shaking out the hands. And I'm bouncing on my tippy toes a little bit, up and down. Let yourself breathe out with some sound. A little bit of bouncing is good. Now, anything organic, any organic movement that just feels like shaking loose any energy. This is when I like to do my Shakira, right knee, left knee, shimmy from the knees up to the hips, into my lungs. Take a deep inhale. One last shake. Beautiful, beautiful. And now, allow your hands to be slightly apart in front of your heart. Allow yourself to notice any energy that you might be feeling in front of your heart right now. Anything between the hands. Notice your breath. Notice your heartbeat. Notice any tension. Let a little bit of pressure build up between that space between your hands. Take a nice deep inhale together. And as you exhale, push your palms together with force. Beautiful. Open your palms one more time for the space. Nice deep breath. Push your hands together with some force as you exhale with sound. Excellent. So today has been a very somatic experience. We are awakening the freedom within us by releasing what no longer serves us. Okay? And if we were to be working together, we would do this we would give this more time. We would have that sacred witnessing be deeper. We would share, we would cry, we would hold one another in a very sacred way. Today, we got a snippet of some ways to release, some ways to shake off those misbeliefs, the programming, the stuff that our parents handed to us that isn't serving our life. If I were to invite you to a concept that would serve you further, I would then get out my notebook. I would invite you to, once we close, get out your notebook and write down that thought that wasn't serving you. Write down any words or feelings that came forward from listening to the aspect of you that believes that thought. And then lastly, write out what is sacred, what is your sacred truth in that area. So if I were struggling with a misbelief that I am not lovable when I'm authentically me, write down all of the feelings that came forward. Really let myself feel how painful that thought is, how much hurt that's causing. I'd write that out, let that pour out of me, let that just flow. And then finally, touching your body and journaling, tuning into your divinity. What is true? What does my soul know is true? My soul is telling me You are absolutely lovable, exactly as you are. God loves you. The universe created you in this embodiment at this time with this quirky personality. And thank God. Thank God for that. Right? And so writing out what is sacred truth. So we start with a lie. We shift into sacred witnessing. We wrap it with what is sacred and true about this in this area, this topic of this. That would be my invitation to you to take forward today. That 3-step journaling, exactly what we did, but let it journal, let it flow a little bit more. Pushing pen into paper, pushing ink or lead into paper, it amplifies the power even more so. It really shows your brain it's not serving you. And it really shows your brain, your body, and your spirit how to come together, how to unify. So here we are. Just notice your breath. Notice that you're present. Be here for just one more moment. My name is Andrea Luzon, Legacy Liberator. We are here together to awaken the freedom within you. We would love some support in diving deeper into things you're wanting to release in your life, and the power and passion and magnitude you want to amplify in your life. And you can absolutely reach out to me on these channels, or you can simply go to my website, it's AndreaLuzon.com. Thank you for letting me serve you today. This has been such a gift. We do this the first Monday of every month. We just had a full moon this weekend, so I trust that everyone is feeling into your power edges, feeling into those edges. So thank you so much. For those of us in the chat space, I'd love for us to hang out for a few minutes and share what came forward for you, if you have bandwidth for that. Okay, thank you for Instagram and our streaming group on Facebook, the Awake Free Expansive Community People for Me. Okay, all for now. Yay, I know